everyone, it's Kerry back with you again today. So I'm back for another go at the hashtag JJ3under30 collab hosted by Margaret and Tony. I will pop links in the description box below to the ladies' channels, and I thought today I would have a go at making these. I'm calling them matchbooks, but they're sort of like a little matchbook, and inside I've just got some little images. So I've done two prototypes, one with the boy images and one with the girl images. So these are just loose, and they can be used by the recipient. So hopefully we'll be able to make 3 of these in 30 minutes. Now I'll tell you a little bit about which papers I'm going to use first. So I have selected these little girl and or children images, vintage strips. There will be links to all of the kits in the description box below, and then I have picked some grungy botanical papers, and then on the back I've just printed something sort of plainish, just so I didn't have to ink the inside of my little matchbooks. And then I'll also be using some of Reni's layered labels, and then just another label for the bottom down here. So I've got 30 minutes there. Okay, we're about 10 minutes in. I've done most of my cutting and inking. I have these so the flap overlaps by about 2 centimetres, and I want to just tear the tiniest little edge off here because I like the torn edge look. Alright, now to make this a matchbook I need to secure this bottom piece, and to do that I'm going to hold my flap over the top, and I'm just going to take my stapler, and I want to have it as close as I can to that flap without actually going over it. And then I'm just going to pinch that with some pliers just to make sure it sits nice and flat. Okay, so now I need to build my little collage for the front here. So I've taken 3 images and I've inked and distressed those, and I'm going to layer them onto, this is just some old French book page. Alright, so actually before I glue that down, I'm going to bring in some of these. These are from the Layered Labels kit, and I don't want the frames, I just want this sort of text bit from in the middle. And I just want a piece of it, so I can probably just tear this one into 3. And just going to ink around this edge. This edge will be tucked under my image, so you won't see that. Alright, so I think what I'll do is I'll stick my book page down first. Now I'm not going to use the glue on this book page because it's super thin, so I'm just going to use some of this double-sided tape. Small. Oops. Sticking to itself. Right, so then I want to go ahead and stick my image over the top. Something like that. So you could use whatever you like for the collage. You could use fabric if you prefer. A bit of cheesecloth would be nice. And this one. Not very straight. Something like that, and then I'm going to get a different layered label, just a smaller one, just to add a little bit of interest over the top. So I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who came in and got our freebies from the pockets I made the other day. Looks like a lot of you enjoyed that project and left some lovely messages, so thanks so much for that, really appreciate it. And it's good to see people coming into the shop and grabbing the freebie. And one more. Okay, so then I'll just glue this down. Just gives another little bit of interest on there. I think that one's upside down. Okay, so next I want to figure out a label that I want to pop onto this pocket. So this is going to stick in there like that. So I need to get my labels for the front. So I've got some that I've already cut out here, or sort of cut out. Always like to keep a good stash of labels. Maybe that one there. And I think that middle one. Now I printed these onto some matte photo sticker paper, which is really handy if you just want to stick it on, but I find over time sometimes even with a sticker paper the glue can sort of lose its grip, so I'm going to add a little bit of extra glue onto these anyway. I saw Tracy Fox did a video the other day with some cool old photographs, made like a little paper stack paper bundle, so that really inspired me. I think I'll have to have a go at making one of those as well. They looked awesome, so if you haven't checked out Tracy's video, pop over and have a look. Make sure it's not upside down. And try and get it somewhat in the middle. Not in the middle, but never mind. There we go. So I also want to add a little bit of stamping onto these. So I'm going to use my VersaFine Clear ink. And I've got my documented stamp set here. So I think I'll go in with the trusty postmark stamp first, because you can never go wrong with that one. And I think this one can have a reference number. This one can have some letters. And this last one can have some numbers. There we go. So all we have left to do now is to grab our little images and slide them into our pocket. Love this little girl, she looks so cheeky. There we go. So that's our 3 little matchbooks complete. How do we go for time? Still got 5.5 minutes, or nearly 6 minutes left. So pretty quick and easy, and of course you could dress them up as much as you like, but I think that looks super cute tucked into a pocket or just as some happy mail. And you could substitute out this middle section and put other things in there. It doesn't have to be just images. Mum made some a while ago that had some little lace cards in it. They were really cute too, so maybe I'll make one of those as well. So thank you again to Margaret and Tony for putting this challenge or this collab together. It's super fun so far. I'm really looking forward to seeing what everybody else does. I will leave links in the description box below to the pages that I have used in today's project. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you again next time. Bye.